What's going on, all you beautiful savages out there? I hope you're all doing great. I hope you're taking some time to take a step back to enjoy your collection. Today, kind of just thinking out loud here, kind of like take a step in the mind of Bondiggle kind of day, you know? Because a lot of people are talking about it online, in your personal life. I mean, personally, a lot of my friends and coworkers, family that I know are all talking about crypto and investing. And it seems like I'm the only one that's talking about Pokemon. But they always ask me, how come I don't invest in crypto, stocks, Bitcoin, and why I just love stacking my boxes. And they keep telling me all the money that I'm putting into having my display here that I enjoy looking at so much. I can put that money into all these different investments, traditional investments. And honestly, this isn't a debate or anything like that. I'm not going to tell you why you should invest into Pokemon and why crypto is bad or anything like that. Definitely not financial advice. This is just me talking about what works for me personally. Why I've decided to go all in on Pokemon instead of try to diverse myself into other things that I just don't really understand. The main idea behind this whole video is simple. I think you should invest in what you know and what you truly believe in. Because if you don't, I mean, you're pretty much just guessing. I feel like everywhere you look, every YouTube video, someone's telling you what you should be investing in. And I feel like it kind of creates this pressure. Like sometimes you kind of feel like you're always behind, or if you feel like you're missing something, like there's something you're missing out on. I remember scrolling online during huge crypto runs, and everything you see, every post was like, this coin is exploding. This project is the future. And when you're constantly seeing that and you're seeing all this success, even though you don't understand it, you start to feel like, I mean, should I be getting in on this too? It seems like that's the smart thing to do. But then that's when you get that feeling, that FOMO. And we all know that feeling's powerful. And over time I realized chasing things that you don't fully understand, I feel like that's the fastest way to get stressed in a hobby or an investment space. And I want to be clear, I'm not trying to say that crypto is bad or you shouldn't invest in it. And I'm not anti-crypto because I know a lot of people that know a lot about it and they're killing it. But for me personally, I just never felt connected to it. I tried to understand it. I watched videos. I had coworkers and friends explain it to me, but honestly, I just never felt confident. And I feel like when you don't feel confident, every price drop or every movement is scary. Like imagine putting a bunch of money into something and overnight it just drops like 30% and you don't really understand why. I mean, that would stress me out. So then I just started asking myself, why am I trying to force myself onto something that just doesn't feel natural? And for me, natural is Pokemon. It's something that I've been around my entire life. And the time that I spent here, I figured out how sets work, what collectors chase, what artworks are going to be bangers, like just ones that are going to resonate. I'm really understanding how hype cycles feel, what happens before, during, and after a release. But most importantly, actually enjoy it. Like, even if prices didn't exist, I'll still be here opening packs, stacking boxes, making videos, talking about cards that I like, upcoming sets. There's always something fun and exciting happening. And I feel like that's huge. Because when you invest in something that you actually love, it takes all the stress away. Now, first and foremost, I see this as a collection. Now, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Sealed Pokemon product goes up over time. And I actually love that. I mean, how cool is that you have an investment that's also your hobby? I actually love looking at this. And if I were to invest into crypto or anything else, all you're looking at is a screen. I mean, that's just me. I mean, you're literally surrounded by stuff that makes you happy. Not just a screen. What happens if your battery dies? You have nothing to look at. And even when the market slows down, if it would all crash, I would still enjoy my collection just as much. And I feel like that peace of mind, you just can't put a price on. I mean, let's be honest. Every investment has a risk. Crypto is volatile, stocks go up and down, and Pokemon has hype cycles. Nothing is guaranteed. But here's something I realized. See, there's financial risk and then there's emotional risk. Financial risk is numbers, and emotional risk is how you feel when things go down. And emotionally, Pokemon just feels safer to me because I actually enjoy my collection itself. I mean, what's the worst thing that's going to happen? Everything drops to zero? That's not going to change. It's actually going to get bigger, faster. And having that mindset keeps me confident. It keeps me grounded when everyone else is panicking. They're selling all their stuff. And honestly, I'm unfazed. It doesn't bother me one bit. Like I said before, the biggest thing for me is actually having a physical object, having it here in my room that I can see, protect myself, and having them on display for you guys. I mean, to me, this is real. I can have this in my hand. I can protect it myself. It's not numbers on the screen. Once that's off somewhere, who knows? I mean, I don't know enough about it, obviously, which is why I'm so head over heels on Pokemon. But that's just how I feel. I would rather have something that I can have here, I can protect myself, and not have to worry about what's going on the screen. But again, that's just me. I'm just thinking out loud here. And a lot of people, probably most people, love the digital aspect, having it all on the screen. And they just understand that. And they just love the tech. They understand and love that tech. I understand and love Pokemon. Same thing. And honestly, that's a big part on why I'm so comfortable with going all in with Pokemon. Because I can connect to it on a personal level, not just a financial level. I mean, I tried to invest in crypto and it just didn't work out for me. And the biggest lesson I learned, don't invest because someone else is making money. Invest because you understand something deeply. Because when the market gets weird, and it always does, when you fully understand something, that knowledge turns into confidence. If you know your space, you know demand, you know what collectors care about, you're not just guessing. You still might be wrong sometimes. I mean, everyone is, but you won't feel lost. And I think a lot of people just jump into things because they just feel the pressure, not because they actually believe in them. And belief matters more than hype. And being all in on Pokemon doesn't mean I'm just buying everything. It just means I'm focusing my attention here. I buy things I'd be happy with owning long term. Stuff like Pokemon Center ETBs, UPCs, and PSA 10s of cards that I just love. Because if the market disappeared tomorrow, I would still love my collection just as much. And that feeling is my personal safety net. But at the end of the day, everyone's path is different. Some people thrive in crypto, Bitcoin. Some people love stocks. Some people love collectibles. There's no universal best investment. I believe you should truly invest in something that you know deeply, something you feel connected to, something that makes sense to you, something that's going to match your personality, and something that you're not going to lose sleep over. And for me, that's Pokemon. Because even if the values change, if the hype is gone, I'll still be here, opening packs, collecting boxes, making videos. Because for me, making videos, it's like an extension of the hobby. I feel like I have so much passion for this hobby. I can't just contain it in this room. I have to put it on a camera and just throw it out there. But anyways, I just wanted to talk about why I'm personally all in on Pokemon and why I focus on what I know instead of chasing trends. But I'd love to hear from you. Are you crypto, stocks, Pokemon, neither? Drop your thoughts down below. I always love to hear different perspectives. I feel like that's how you grow as a person. You learn different perspectives, you hear a little bit of everything, you take it in, and you make it your own. But anyways, Take care. Take a second to stop. Enjoy your collection. You've earned it. And I'm Bondiggle. I'll see you on the next one.